back to Sage Hunt. We've just got a sage. Yay us.
Only one more to go.
Yeah, now we've got to go figure out where the last sage is.
Well, unfortunately, I've been marginally spoiled by watching a video.
Ah, how dare you.
Well,
You watched what's the word I'm looking for? Competing video series?
accidentally, because it was just on my YouTube recommenders, because I guess YouTube recognised that I watched our videos about it.
Well, yeah, I suppose.
YouTube's algorithm working successfully.
As it is wont to do.
You like Ocarina of Time Let's Plays? Here's some more.
Yes, basically.
Filling your feed.
I suppose, as far as YouTube is concerned, it was Let's Plays, right? If you've got this far, if you've got this far in the series,
As opposed to what?
and like it's a single Let's Play, it's just really long and over multiple parts. But as far as YouTube is concerned, it's Let's Plays, right?
Yeah, I suppose that's true. Multiple videos. But is it one giant Let's Play?
Right. The only thing that I got spoiled for, basically, is that I know we have to go to Kakariko to cause the Shadow Temple sequence to happen.
Wait,
Right,
so we actually are supposed to go to the
been-
place where it's been highlighted.
Yes.
It's been flashing for
But the thing is, we've been there multiple times
We have,
while it's
yeah.
still been flashing and it's never triggered.
Do you know how to trigger it? Or is there
Well,
anything
as far as I can
specific?
see from the 2 seconds of this video I watched, you just walk in and it's and it's a sequence.
Yeah.
could we-
Okay.
Would it not have worked then? Like, well, it's weird, isn't it? Could we have triggered that like at some
any
point earlier?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
But have we just been doing something wrong this entire time? It's not something like when it just never went in at night, or
Yeah, it could be a night one, maybe.
Maybe.
Because I usually go in at day.
But I would imagine that, the sequence would make it cloud over and start lightning flashing no matter what time of day.
Yeah,
I have a
too.
feeling it's going to be like a storm sequence.
nobody says at day. I just realised what you said. It's just like if things happen at
daytime.
night, they don't happen at day. They happen during the day.
Daytime and nighttime, right? But at night is perfectly fine. But
Yeah.
You can't say at day. It's
Why
weird.
can't you say at
it.
day?
You can say at day, it's just people don't. As Rob previously
Yeah.
mentioned.
You could say whatever you want.
Well, there you go. The sequence has in fact happened.
Okay.
Boom.
Shit be on
Triggered.
fire.
Maybe you do need all the sages for it to kick this off.
Maybe.
Which house is on fire? The sculpture.
Because I guess you can't.
House.
Is this now like a point of no return sort of thing? Are there certain areas we can't get to now?
No.
Stuff be on fire.
Because this all just... I'm not sure if this is considered to not be real or whether it just like goes away. Because I'm pretty sure this sequence just ends and then it's fine.
Whee!
The top of the world just explodes.
I enjoyed that.
Or maybe the rain will
Put out
start
the
fire and then it's all fine.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll do it. Yeah. A Poe.
Yeah, and the big giant foe. The biggest foe. Ghosts.
We should have seen that coming, right? Because can't we see Poes?
So we should have used the eye of truth and been like, what the fuck? But don't worry, we can see this blue goop.
That's a pretty neat effect, I gotta say. Like,
Yeah,
for
that's
in
cool.
64 days.
So we're going to spin attack the blue goop, except not. We're just going to get
Nope.
owned.
We're gonna get carried somewhere.
Except not. We're just get left exactly where we were.
No, we're not getting floor mastered anywhere fun.
No.
Oh, but Sheik's alright now.
Yep. Everyone's totally fine. Don't worry about all that mysterious shadow goop.
Whatever that was doing.
Even though it flipped her over like 3 times.
Yep.
Well, that was the Poe, was it? Oh, this is the same thing.
Yes.
Evil shadow spirit. Could we? We went in the well, right?
Yeah, but in the past.
When we were a child.
Oh,
yeah.
I see. Right, yeah. But now we can go into future well.
I guess, maybe. Except I think you just warp to the Shadow Temple. Like, there's no way to physically get in there. Which is why it's about to teach you the song now.
I see. Yeah.
Oh, and we're just getting right. Imp as the sage. Okay, just tell us out, right? What happens if a sage dies in this universe? Does it just like do you have to wait for a new one to like grow
Well, yeah. I mean,
to be born?
it's kind of what happens in Wind Waker, I guess. You have to find the sages, but then there's also the spirit of the old sage.
The Nocturne Shadow. I suppose rain doesn't affect the harp.
But it might affect another.
It might affect your ocarina, yeah. So...
No, maybe you're not holding it up for that long. It would take quite a while to fill up with water just through those small holes.
I'm sure usually they're like Bolero of fire and stuff, and they're like musical terms. Is nocturne a musical term? It is.
Also Bolero.
Bolero.
Yeah.
Bolero.
Bolero of fire.
Bolero.
As I believe we used to call it. Bolero.
What's a nocturne though? Bolero.
It's another type of tune.
Is it like sinister church music?
Oh, yes, I guess that makes sense.
Does nocturne or not mean nighttime, or is it related to the musical term? Or but maybe they're both related.
Yeah, probably both.
Yeah.
Bolero.
Don't start looking it up.
Like a dirge or something? Or...
I don't think we need to know exactly.
I mean, I'm intrigued.
What happens if I go in the well now?
Yeah, good question.
Nothing. It's just still a wall.
I have truth that wall.
Let's just make sure. I mean, it says the entrance to the temple is in the back of the graveyard, and we already knew that. No,
Yeah.
You cannot have truth this wall. It's still just a wall.
But you know, when you're a kid, it's further back, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like there's a little
go through.
indent with the crawl hole.
So it's definitely collapsed, and yet the shadow monster managed to escape.
A nocturne is simply the definition of a work of art that deals with evening or night.
Right. So a nocturne isn't necessarily a musical. It
No.
could be but it could be a painting or something. But it would still
Exactly,
be a
yeah.
nocturne.
Did we get all of
Okay,
these
but it
guys
could
recently?
be.
I think we were missing one, all right?
No, but I mean, did I come in here recently enough that we have all the ones that we have?
Maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure we'd have enough for the next dude.
No, I think we talked to
No,
him.
yep, it's that guy. That's the one regular one, and then there's the big one that we still have to get. But we're not gonna, because not gonna 100% the sculptures, that's for sure.
We were doing all right.
How many? What are we at the moment? How many do we theoretically need to get that next guy? I'm probably like one.
Maybe just one. Maybe. Distant cows.
So if I just play this song here, do I warp straight to it? Or
Yeah,
do I
good
actually have to
question.
go to the graveyard?
Well, you're just going to like teleport that tiny distance.
Yeah, I was just wondering. No. Fine. Wait, is that not
It was like duh, 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 duh.
That's what I put, didn't it?
Duh, duh, duh. I didn't hear the second note played twice.
Left, right, A.
Left, right, A.
Left, right,
Left, right, down.
Wait, no.
No, that's not right. Down.
No.
Okay, yeah.
I accidentally did it by playing the wrong thing twice and then getting the right bits at the end.
In the middle.
I walked to the graveyard. Well, okay then.
So where's the actual like stone on the ground that you warp to? The warp point in the grave?
Oh, it's at the back, right. It's behind that. Behind this little ledge at the back of the graveyard.
Right, but you can't actually get up here. You're right, Zach, aren't you? You
Yeah,
can't get
I
up
think
here
so,
without
because there's
playing
this
it.
fence.
Oh, I
Right,
see.
you can see the
You can see
graveyard
it.
down there.
You can
And
actually get here, so you do need sheiks to tell you it before you can even do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like we get to legitimately use fire explosion.
Yeah!
For real.
Look at all these lanterns. Or what are they actually called? Isn't there a B word that explains like a fire pole?
A brazier or something?
No, brazier is like a barrel.
Yeah, I think brazier is what I was thinking of, but or brazier. No, wait, that's a bra.
Yep. That is the joke, but not the
Bolero.
not the correct number.
Bolero.
A bolero.
Bolero, sorry. Bolero.
Okay, Shadow Temple.
Bolero. Oh, we're in. Okay. Shadow time.
Oh, I'm sensing an invisible wall thing. It's about to be happening here.
Wow. Yep.
That was thanks.
We figured that out.
I figured that out about 5 seconds ago.
Now Navi wants to tell you about the thing that, like, you don't see it naturally because of the way the game works, but you must be holding this thing to your face while Navi is going, by the way, you should use that thing.
Yeah.
You mean this?
Right, I'm going
Do you
to
reckon
do
Navi has eyes?
this. Probably.
Or do they use some other way of sensing what's going on?
Well, they seem to be just balls, magical balls.
Yeah, but that's
with
just the
wings.
light. It's not that. They're not actually, you know. They're not.
I mean,
think?
no, I reckon
think
they all
that's-
look the
they
tiny
glow.
great fairies, right?
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
actually just weird sort of leopard print ladies.
Right, how many of these
Oh.
are actual doors?
I literally thought they were glowing orbs, like
I mean-
with wings.
I mean, that's how you think of it in your head, I'm sure, but like...
Yeah,
This sign.
but you think it's just the light that's blinding enough
Yeah.
that that's all you can see of them, but they actually are like a...
I mean, they do a similar thing in Okami, right? With the little dude that lives on Araratsu's head.
Yeah, but he's
Amaterasu's.
he's
But
a tiny bug dude. Right?
yeah, you do occasionally get to see him.
I feel like Navi would be
Or his
more
silhouette
bug-like.
is kind of visible, if you see what I mean. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
God, this is going to be a big old pile of Eye of Truth crap
ugh.
going on here.
Some of those skull eyes are, like, lit up,
Yes.
Yeah,
but not all of them.
yeah.
Why does the game feel necessary to keep telling me? Is it just doing that every time I walk past an invisible wall? Because that would make the Eye of Truth very pointless.
Yeah.
Maybe it just does it the first time. And I think we have theory that you don't need the Eye of Truth at all.
So,
Right.
so that's not you pressing something to
No,
trigger those.
that's just whenever I walk to a certain place.
It's the skull telling you that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Nuts, really.
Tricks for the ill will.
Oh god. Well, pots.
Zinger.
Accidentally dodged that. Any more pots for me?
These all look... Aren't the pots that attack you normally like diddy pots?
Not always.
Okay.
Got to keep my magic supply up.
Yeah, if you're going to be using the Eye of Truth throughout this dungeon, you probably need to keep getting more magic.
No, it's the land of hands.
No, no.
It's this guy again.
Is he back?
Oh man.
Haven't we murdered this dude?
Yeah, I didn't realise you fought this guy again. Although it makes sense for the Shadow Temple, doesn't it? Surely he's easier when you're an adult.
Yeah, you would think so. But you might just have ridiculously more health.
Yeah, that's true.
In the butt.
No effect on his butt.
No, only the face.
The face with the super stretchy jaw.
I guess I just have to get grabbed again to make him spawn, right? Like I could just stand here forever.
Maybe.
Hello. I'm here for my dental appointment.
Okay, that does actually hurt.
What did you get hurt by? Him disappearing into the floor?
Like earth explosion that he makes.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, yeah, not really any different, even though you're using the Master Sword now.
No. Ooh, he's twitching. It's fading away.
We got. No, well, that was quick.
The hover boots.
Oh, nice. Well, they must be important throughout the dungeon if you get them straight away.
Or I just coincidentally I have truth my way to the correct solution.
Yeah, maybe.
Trust in the boots.
Check for extra chests, like last time. Okay, I think we're good.
What's that little ramp in the corner? Is it just like a...
Where?
yeah, that way. Turn to your right. Oh, okay. No, it's just
Silent
just an interesting
skulls,
little
I
lump.
guess.
Yeah.
I was going to say dirt, but it's all skulls in here.
Yeah. Ship. A lot of people have died in Kakariko.
This is where they all get buried. It's not
I
They don't
know.
all die
I mean,
here.
but the size of the graveyard and all the different graves and compared to the size of the village is pretty extreme.
I mean, I guess all of Hyrule might come here, but then it's like,
Maybe.
but then like wait, the purpose of Kakariko Village is kind of morbid, right? the whole
You
village
can
exists
have, you
just
can have a
for this.
main graveyard for the region and be in one town. It's not like...
But that's all this town now is, right? This is Graveyard Town.
What the hell was I targeting in the ceiling that's making it re-dead? Oh, it sounds like bats.
Right, because there's people buried here in the Shadow Temple, and there's people
Well,
in
maybe.
at the bottom of the well. There's loads of catacombs, and then there's the whole graveyard, and there's the whole of Dampé's race that thing, which is all going through graves, right, or catacombs. It's pretty extreme. It's like the entire Paris catacombs, but under this one village.
I mean, I'm assuming that the scale of the world is not actually like it is in the game.
yeah. Where there is only one village.
Yeah, where there's only like
Hyrule,
10 people
yeah.
in the entire universe.
Yeah.
I got it.
There's definitely more dead characters than alive characters in this game.
Well, according to the number of skulls, yes.
Yeah.
But maybe that's because Hyrule is 10,000 years old, except not in this game.
Yeah.
Except
Why?
probably
Because this is
also...
like the first. Yeah.
It's not explicit in this game, right? How old?
No. We really need to talk about
They
this
put it back together into a timeline, did they? And this is like. Is this pre The Legend of Zelda? Is Ocarina of Time the first one? In the canon that they put together? Yeah.
Oh, that's useful. I need those.
Arrows.
Been using a lot of arrows because it's much easier than doing sword shit. Also, speaking of things that make that I have proved kind of pointless, the map.
Right, yeah. Well, but it'll be more useful when we get the compass.
Well, not really. The compass only shows you the chests.
Yeah, but you can see your little markers on the map, right? So you can see where in the room you are.
Right, let's put on these goddamn hover boots and slide around continuously because I'm not going to bother taking them off again.
Oh, do they
really?
cause a permanent drift?
Yes.
Huh.
You're going to have to take them off.
You just get super slidey all the time.
Oh, can't open this door. Something else to do.
I can switch somewhere that I didn't hit.
Must be.
Or another path we haven't been down.
Or I have to light up some torches, like this torch maybe.
That torch is lit.
No, but use it to light something.
Those skull head things aren't torches, are they? No.
You just ran back into it then. Because this says that you just need the hover boots. That's the only clue you get.
Sacred feet.
No, I guess we can shove
rotate the
this
thing. Yeah. May my
yeah.
beak face the skull of truth. Oh, okay.
Can you shove that way wearing the hover boots?
Which one is the Skull of Truth? It's this one. Can I pull things while wearing the hover boots? Because you wouldn't have thought you could, but you
No.
can. Game is not that smart.
Ah. That's probably convenient. I wonder if they thought about that and then were like, no, that's too annoying. So I have to switch back to normal boots just to pull it around.
Oh, no.
Took a moment. Oh, there you go.
Wait.
You just bomb this guy with a bomb shoe because it's easier. Wait, that blew them up before. Did it not?
It did it once. This happened to us once before, where it took two for some reason.
Maybe bomb shoes just aren't as powerful as actual bombs. And why is Navi looking at this? That can't be a scarecrow point, surely. I mean, it could be, I guess. But why?
But why? Yeah. Is something else supposed to appear here later?
Also, this is a real wall, but there's definitely something behind it on the map. Is that bombable?
Bomb those skulls. Desecrate the dead.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh,
The key door. Well, okay then.
That's quite a subtle one.
Nope. More readers. Yeah, have what? Ow, shit.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh. I didn't see because I got read-edited. But does that kick you out of the stun? Like, could you sacrifice a small amount of health from getting hit by your own bomb to not get grabbed? No, they're not affected by bombs anyway.
Okay.
Right.
Disappointing.
So not a good tactic. Because you're going to get frozen with a bomb, holding a bomb.
Yeah.
Move.
Like you frozen mid-swing, that's always casual. Give you an extra magic. Not that I need it now.
Bing it a bing.
Made my way into position.
Are you really going to do this dungeon just where you want to?
I mean, it was saving me going into the menu a whole lot.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, probably.
Well,
I mean, I
you've
guess
only
I don't know
had to
how
use them once.
Yeah, don't know how much we're going to need them. There's the compass.
Compass.
That's not what we needed, really. We need the key from presumably the other door. Oh, this guy's back. Okay, now I might take it off.
Yeah,
I kind of want to be able to accelerate in a room with a spinny blade of death. And while I'm here, I'll put this back on as well, because, you know, might as well be actual coloured Link.
Green tunic doesn't give you any, like, actual benefits, right?
No.
Like, over having the fire tunic.
I mean, none of the tunics have any benefits apart from their specific, you know, thing. Like, their specific resistance. There's no, like, defense bonus or anything.
This isn't like the green tunic of stabbing. Or...
No. You get to that one, so I just climb up? No.
I saw a weird thing on YouTube the other day where the Gerudo captain, like, her costume changes colour depending on which tunic you're wearing for some reason.
Oh, really?
Match. Yeah,
Weird.
It's really weird.
Helpful camera angle.
I mean, both of that. That was possibly the least slick door opening
Yeah.
cutaway we've seen so far.
Yeah, completely lost the camera angle and then got your head completely cut off by a giant swinging.
Use the map to see if I
scimitar.
can detect any more hidden rooms. No, doesn't look like
I
it.
don't think so.
Give me a key. Boop.
Disrespect that key with your feet. Very subtle, like, giant mechanism noise in that room, isn't it? Like, it's like unusually so. Aren't these things normally like quite rumble, rumble, rumble?
Well, I mean, that is just their generic machine noise in this game, is that weird
Other than the sort of-
semi-stone outcome.
Other than the sort of metal things that... spiky balls that go shishing along the floor.
Well, that reminds me of something that we should have done before we came in here, maybe.
What's that?
Considering we might need it, I might need to go and get some more fairies, but, you know, if there happens to be fairy jars before the boss room, it will be good, but,
That's right, hardcore it.
but I only have one fairy.
Hardcore it. We've only ever needed one so far, haven't we?
No, well, apart from the Darkling fight.
Oh, okay, yeah, I guess.
No, slope.
Why is that like the hardest fight in the game, that Darkling fight?
It's strange, isn't it? It's an odd design choice.
I always think there must be a way, but whenever I try and find out, I don't know. I mean, obviously we kited him into a corner. In a weird way,
Yeah. Stab him in the knees.
Yeah. All these fucking spiders. Don't.
Oh, combo.
literally like the first enemy you face in the whole game, pretty much. Apart from those plants, and they're still getting you.
I mean, so far we haven't seen an actual sculpture in here yet.
No.
I mean, those are actual sculptures. I mean, a gold one.
Golden one.
No, what have we got this time? Oh, God.
For the shadow.
Of course.
Floor master time.
Yep.
You've got this
Did you
far.
say
Now
that
we're
every
going
single
to take
time
it.
there's floor masters? I think so.
I think they just felt it. Oh, yeah, it's making the same noise. I think they were just like, how can we make this section even more irritating? I know, we'll send you back to the start.
Yep. Anything down below? No, I think that's just death.
You need hover boots for this bit? Or no, or just jump.
You can make that
Could.
jump.
I'm not sure about this, though.
Yeah, you can make that.
Think?
Yeah.
But why not hover boot it? I guess because it's slippery slidey.
Ah!
Ooh.
That was good timing.
Oh, that's one of these buggers. At least there's only one.
Yep. As long as the floor master doesn't respawn while I'm out here fighting this dude.
You floor master the bad guys.
No, because they're a bad guy. They don't target them.
But it's all, but then it's
You say you drop it on it.
Yeah.
No. That would be far too advanced.
that'd be amazing.
Proper emergent gameplay. I think that's a bit more Breath of the Wild than Ocarina of Time, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You can get enemies to target each other in Breath of the Wild, right? Definitely.
I don't think so.
Well,
Really?
Are there certain fights that can happen, but
When
like,
you get them to accidentally,
I think you can get like
hit each other and then
You
aggro.
can get them to hit each other. I don't think you can get them to aggro on each other.
Is that
Really?
not true of
Okay.
things like the Hinnocks and like the big guys? Can the Hinnoxes go after Moblins and stuff like that? Or I thought that could happen, but like the Moblins won't go after each other. You know, obviously.
I don't think so because there's that bit on there's that bit with the free Hinoxes where the bunch of Moblins are hanging out next to them, right? Like they worship them, and they don't aggro. They aggro on you.
Where's that? I don't remember that bit. Where they're hanging out or worshipping a Hinox.
The hill in like the south area where there's like you have the it's like the three brother Hinoxes where you have to fight three of them,
Oh,
and they
yeah.
each have one of the stupid balls. What is that? So it's a bat.
It's just hanging out. Batty, 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 batty. 1, 2, 3, count.
And a like, can I hit these with arrows? I don't remember. Oh, I can.
I don't think so.
I thought they'd just eat them.
No, they just die.
Oh,
It's
nice.
that much easier. Oh, no, it's not about that either. Also, okay, there isn't anything in this corner.
Yeah, it'd be annoying if they ate your mirror
that.
shield, right? You have to go then go buy another one.
No, because they just spin it back out as we previously discovered. Oh, God, no, that. Come towards me so I can shoot you easier. Or go far away so I can shoot you easier. Either option. There you go.
It's like the mirror shield better, just generally than the Hylian shield.
No, I mean, like the armor, it's pretty much pointless. Well, what the fuck is this?
Feels
for,
cooler.
then?
Huh. Hover hearts. Oh, hello. There's another bat.
There's still so many places in this game where Navi highlights something green, and it's like, why?
Yeah.
I mean,
Like, what is
putting the
this?
scarecrow here wouldn't help.
No.
But you can't climb the scarecrow.
No, I don't think so. I mean, you could warp one of those time blocks over here, right? Except there's not one of those in here, as far as we can see. Unless it's in this little room which we just opened.
That is a particularly odd one. It was a scutula.
Stop wasting all my arrows. We might need those soon.
You can do it.
Well, that's 50.
More arrows.
Okay.
How handy.
I guess I don't need to not waste my arrows then.
No, And some money we don't need.
Well, what the fuck was the point of this whole room then? Is this room actually a dead end? Yes.
Wow.
So this is
A lot
all
of
for the
effort.
sculptor.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, we want to get that, so
Yeah, I guess.
save the
At
last
least
two.
that one.
Be worth it. Do you really need to get all the sculptures in the game in order to rescue everyone in the house?
The last guy, I think so, yeah.
That makes sense, wouldn't it? Unless an extra dude turns up.
No, because the last guy is the big one in the middle, right? Who's obviously different from all the small ones around the edge.
Oh, but we've still got a...
We've got one small one, and then the big dude in the middle.
I see. So we've actually got quite a lot more
Yes,
probably to find. At least 10 more.
at least 10.
And this is the last temple, right? And then we've got
Yes.
the additional dungeon at the end. Castle.
This is not working very well.
Climb that wall.
Whoa.
But we already know they can stand on nothing for our previous side. So
Yeah.
hang on, let me just take these boots off because I'm not sure if it's shifting me back when I'm getting hit. I can't really tell. No, I'm not
Target.
saying target. Ow.
Knees.
Always the knees.
I mean, he's explicitly got exposed knee bones.
I suppose everything bones.
Show your bones. Whee! Does a backflip as he dies.
I guess I can just jump that.
Yeah, I don't think you need to boot that one. Okay, it was a little
Just
closer than
barely.
it.
But then that is how jumping works in this game, as we've previously discovered.
Which way do you have to go here?
Probably this way. But I want to land on that slightly elongated bit to make sure I definitely make it. Because then I can always cut across this,
Oh, I see.
presumably.
Yeah.
Presumably, unless that tiny slope is just going to make me fall off, which is definitely possible. Wait, let me
I
just
think you
look at the
can
map.
make
Okay, yeah, there. So this one should be the extra room, and then the other route should be the direction we need to eventually go.
I mean, the fin bit's the extra room.
Yeah. No, it's fine. No, we just got some annoying collection of enemies here.
Bonk you again?
I could do, but maybe I'll just actually avoid it.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Okay.
Alright, where's the last one though? That is the question.
Is it in him?
No, it is in him. Bomb juice then. And now we have to play the actual bomb juice game. Avoid
Yeah, the game.
avoid the things. Much easier on this one where they're miles away. No, it died in one.
Weird.
Got
That one, the smaller one though, are they different sizes?
Oops.
Or are they all the same size, those laser eye monsters?
Unless there are like two different versions and you have like an
Yeah.
armored one or something.
That's what I'm wondering.
Nobody in. How far down are we at the moment? Like, can nobody in Kakariko hear all this?
All this chunky movement. Only one that I have to find the stone umbrella that protects against the rain of blades.
Stone umbrella.
You mean this?
You mean a rock?
That is cool though. That would be hard to find if you didn't have the Eye of Truth, right?
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could walk up to that wall and it might change the grab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you might push into it very slightly.
This will take a while.
I guess you can get it in between the two droppy bits and then stop them both. And then
Maybe. Look at this guy.
Round.
The slowest one ever.
I hear a spider.
Yeah, I could hear him too. Damn it. Oh.
It's so funny how hard it is to hit pots. Like slice.
Like, because you got teleported through time, you never learned how to aim downwards.
Yeah.
You only know how to swing horizontally at the height of your body.
Because that's what
I
we
guess I
learned as a
probably can't
child.
push that a bit further.
Yeah, I guess that's what that mark on the floor is, right? To indicate the halfway point.
I mean, as long as they both stop, then I can pull it from here.
Yeah.
Or I can just not, I guess.
Yeah.
Can you?
I
Yeah.
guess you're stopping enough. More arrows.
That I definitely didn't need.
Is there nothing on the other side there? No.
Well, yes, but I was
Oh,
checking
okay.
this little divot at the end first. Which does appear to be pointless for some reason. There's the spider.
The gold one.
Oh, God damn it.
It's too high. $51. Alright, now what?
It's got to be above, I think. Something up here that I can grapple to.
Or do you need the block? Can you stand on the block to get up?
Oh yeah, I guess if I push it out from under the spikes.
Or pull it all the way over here? Yeah.
Because again, you forget that you can grab things that are like at your head height.
Might be a bit taller than us though. But I guess we've got that little
Yeah,
ledge.
this
Tiny
little
little
lip.
ledge. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Convenient.
I'm getting Sonic vibes out of these spike chain things.
Yeah, definitely.
A little bit.
Oh, I thought they were going to be attack pots.
No, fortunately. Need those probably. So I've dealt with the pot conundrums. How to correctly hit a pot.
Made even harder by drifting.
Oh, damn, I was hoping for a fairy, really. With those marginally inconvenient pots.
There'll definitely be some before the boss room, I expect.
We hope so. I stand on these. I can. Then hover in midair.
A button.
Oop. There's the good old
Drifting
points
around.
with these.
Okay, hammer a button.
No, just stand on it.
Oh. Wait, where did that chest appear?
I didn't see. Is it back here or is it on the pot ledge? It might be on the pot ledge. It's
on the pot ledge. Okay. Additional key.
Where am I going from here?
Invisible platform time. Hover boots.
Regular platform.
But we don't need the hovers.
But no, not for this first one anyway. Might turn one afterwards just because it's easier. Because this one's moving. Oh Jesus! Did he fake me out real good there?
Trust in boots.
Trust in me.
Bah.
Lucky you guess that might be happening.
Immediate spikes.
And some redeads. That one's looking right at you. It's coming right for us.
Yep, well, it's gonna get stabbed. No, damn it, that overhead swing missed. So precise. No, it's another one.
Come on, Link, target him.
So temperamental sometimes.
A thing. No, handy magic there.
We're already more or less fine. Yep.
No. If only I could carry more money.
That's what we needed the 50th sculpture for. But 5 rupees doesn't really matter. I mean, you don't need to worry about 5s.
Nope.
Camera.
I might just put the hover boots on for this.
Oh yeah,
Right.
that makes more sense.
That'll make it
Walk
way
over
more easy than just having to try and aim this. No,
Oh.
still fucking up though.
Nice.
Oh, can I hit this thing while it's invisible? Can I guess where it is while it's invisible? No, there it is. You can. Is the answer?
I think you could do anything that with invisible things.
Yeah.
No, I like how that just randomly teleported me back to the ground there.
I guess you failed during the sequence.
Which way's which?
There's quite a bit that's left.
Yes. The little room is on the left, so that should be the one that we just opened.
Yes.
That's a big skull.
I hear enemies.
Whoa.
We're going to take these boots off. And immediately pull this out and see if it's bats. Is it bats? No, it's bats.
Fire keys. That one didn't die, did it?
Oh.
They get lit on normal fire by the blue flames.
Yeah, I think we saw that before with the first place we had fire, blue fire.
But is this the blue fire from the ice cavern?
I don't think
Generic
so.
blue.
I mean, it could be. Find some red ice.
Can you grab it in a bottle?
Oh yeah.
Damn sculpture, I can hear it.
I think it's behind the skull.
Down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. But first, let's do the thing that it wants us to do, obviously. That may have got it.
Don't know where that went.
Right.
Oh, it did.
Okay, good. Weird that even
Oh
now.
no, wait, that's... Oh yeah, sorry. I thought we were facing the wrong way, but yeah, there it is.
Weird that even now they're like, what if you don't have bombs? We'll give you some bomb plants.
Yeah, just in case. Infinite spawning bombs.
Oh, it's at ground level.
But I'll do
Still
it like
use
this
the
anyway.
Right in the face.
52!
Okay. Disappointing. Oop.
Look.
Okay. At least this is being nice and linear so far. Much less confusion.
Yeah, I think this is a simpler temple compared to some of the past ones.
The fucking wind.
Oh, iron boots time.
They've actually come up with one other use for the iron boots.
Bye now. Have your sword in it.
I'm sure that will help.
Hover boots in the wind.
Yeah, this looks like a bit of a timing thing, which would help if I could actually see the thing that I need to be timed about.
Oh, but the camera's pointing down.
Yeah.
So- I want to put the right boots on.
Well, if I put them on too early, I'll get blown away. That's the whole point.
Oh, do you reckon I'll reach that far?
Go. Okay, good.
There's going to be a lot of boot changing.
I mean, we can deal with this first.
Was it Wind Waker or Twilight where they realised the easiest thing was to just put the toggle onto the C buttons? Oh.
Yeah.
I'll get hit from
No, apparently not.
What is the trap here? It's like I'm trying to predict how I'm about to get screwed. Because it just looks like put on the hand boots and walk straight across it.
And walk across.
I have truth it. Maybe those aren't
Well, it
real.
already looks.
Okay, yeah. The thing that eye is shooting at you.
Well, that's not much of a trap.
So you've got to shoot it when its eyes open, or
Yeah, maybe when the eyes open.
is there a specific place you have to stand where it shoots at you?
Was it? What else? There's nothing else in this room, is there?
No, I don't think so.
Oh no, there's 2 exits though. I guess so. But this one's the first one that will do this. Have a little fight.
Beat it. What's
No,
that?
that's not what I want to know.
Oh my god, we're gonna have to scarecrow our way up there.
Well, it could be. This could be a bonus room.
There's got to be somewhere in this dungeon when we can scarecrow it.
Probably.
Summon Pierre.
This is just a.
I can hear the spirits whispering in this room.
It's just a...
Let wind.
Oh right, this is just a clue to the other room.
Let the wind guide them, eh?
Yep, because you have to get blown across the. Oh wait, there is a chest in this room somewhere.
Other corner. It was on the right hand side.
Get rid of these damn boots. Even though I'm going to need to chase the other boots for the sec.
Boosh.
More arrows. It's
No,
keeping
we
me
did-
extremely well stocked.
We did fire a couple. Oh, fire on you.
Where exactly is this door? It's like immediately to the right here.
Yeah. So can we see it?
Maybe, but chuck on the boots and get wafted.
Chuck on the boots and get wafted. It's the anthem. Yeah, you can't see it. Okay. More schlingy, spiky things.
Can't see what their name is because you can't
Change your
type
boots.
them.
No, I'm going to call them schling balls. Oh, you've been mummied. Double mummied.
Backflip to escape.
Yeah, that was stylish.
That was less so.
Well, you got to get into range. No, what? No, okay.
I just completely missed.
What if you hold... Like, I bet this won't work, but can you not hold the mirror shield up to a read end and have them, like, freeze
I
themselves?
don't think so. I don't think that's how that...
That'd be cool.
Money.
I love giving you the pointless 5 rupees and then hiding the actual
So many
chests.
blue rupees, yeah.
We still haven't got a key, though.
It's going to be in this little chest.
You reckon?
Hiding in this pile of gunk.
Nothing in the gunk.
They're in the wrong corner. Oh, unless it's also invisible.
Could be. Yes.
We're definitely at a point where you have to swap items a lot.
Yeah.
I guess they're sort of, piling it on, right? It's like, combine all your skills. Except swimming, thankfully. Oh, wait, hang on, there's some water here.
Sweeties.
I hear it.
Spider.
Yes, that.
Well, that looks obvious.
What's that bell thing?
Oh, this big ass boat by the looks of it. Probably should have checked if there was a passage behind.
Oh, there's a climby thing.
You got here first or the other way first? I'm not even sure.
Head for the spider. Okay, this is a bit more complicated than initially thought.
It's a lot further than I thought.
Does it count as a floor? It does count as a floor. Oh, into a room with other rooms.
Maybe rooms. Are they other
Or
rooms?
they just,
no, it's
they're just to do divots.
Wait, is this the room we were in before?
Wait, is it? I mean, it looks like it.
I can't tell. Yeah, it is, right?
Or is it another one?
Yeah, because there was one that only had like one exit from it, apart from the way you came in.
But we've been to this floor, though.
Oh, yeah, and we've definitely come around those areas. So, yeah, I guess
we just never ran down this exit. Because we would have fallen down here, and then there would have been a block in the way, which there now is again.
Oh, that's...
Well, thanks, game.
Oh, that's really annoying.
Yeah. I knew I should have pushed that block all the way before I came up here.
Oh, man. For real, though? It's like we're not even out of the... We didn't even go for a room transition and it moved it back.
I mean, we did go for a room transition because the floor changed.
Yeah, but it's not like a through the door or anything like that. It's like it's one connected area.
That's not how this game works. It will just unload shit as much as it wants.
Sucks.
I don't even remember if this is the right one.
I mean, it was the only other door, right, that we knew about earlier.
No.
Arg.
This isn't the right way.
Do it again.
Yep. Oh shit, these spiders are back. Damn shit. Damn you, Slope.
Just roll through them.
I don't think so. I don't think rolling actually makes you invincible. Well, I guess it kind of does, but they might have too wide a hitbox to actually roll past them. Let's see. No, it does not make you invincible. Now.
What? Slip.
More spiders, I don't remember.
I don't know.
No, I think we're good. I might not even bother fighting that skull dude, because you can't just jump past, right?
Yeah, I think you probably can.
You need to time it for when the platform is down.
Yeah. Scully!
Damn, fuck.
Oh!
That was badly timed.
You got well guillotined. Oh, wait, we're at the top of the spider corridor.
Oh, fucking the spiders are back.
That's harsh.
Oh man.
That one definitely shouldn't count, because that is a room transition. You can see from the map, this is a different place.
Yeah.
But then I suppose, like, unless it counts as, like, just counts as one room in the game's logic, right? Like, because you've definitely been in rooms where there's, like, multiple floors and they all have their own little map visual.
Yeah, I guess.
But yeah, now we've moved into... We must have moved into a different room here.
No. Got an arrow.
I mean, yeah, what's
I was just like, there's no way to cheat.
Is there a jip
I
fruit?
don't think so. Oops,
Oh, the floor master.
nearly forgot about him.
Oh man, that would suck.
Maybe I'll wait for him to respawn first. You want to come over here so I can kill you? Okay, good. Dealt with that. Thank God, I should have done pointless money again.
Wow. That gives you loads more than your chests do.
Yeah.
Like 2 blue ones and a bunch of reds.
Scully.
trying to time this for when the platform goes up. It's maybe a bit early.
Go.
Nice.
Oh, now I just will.
Yeah.
Boots back on.
Boots. Time for boots and booze. Here's your voo of truth. You didn't get the hover effect there.
No, it was weird.
Maybe you don't get the hover effect when you're using the eye of truth.
Yeah.
You
No, you do that. Okay.
Oh, weird.
It's just janky.
Booger.
Wait, no.
Boo-da-boo-ba-ding. Oh, got it. A slow slips.
Wind corridor. Wait, no. No, that's the wrong boots. God damn it. Menu.
Boots, boots, boots.
Stop. Tried to roll at the last possible second. You got anything for me, Spider? No. Not even another arrow.
Or hearts. Is that enough? Time for the boot swap. Go. Trickiest triathlon.
Constantly changing your boots. That would be kind of annoying.
Bootathlon.
Wait, I actually need the heavy ones to start with.
Burn, 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 burn. Screw your wind.
Do you think that is actually
I mean,
a
it
thing
does-
you can interact with, or is it just actually an enemy in this room?
I mean, it does open,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Now, I wonder what happens if you do shoot it when the eyes are open. Does it just die? Or,
Yeah, maybe.
Can they die?
I don't know.
Or it just turns off. There isn't anything else in that room. I mean, that much is obvious.
What?
Not going to read end protection that time. Right, let's fucking move this crate correctly this time.
Yeah, let's never go up that hole. Except maybe that's the way out. I don't know, if you're not going to use a spell. I can still hear that thing though.
Yeah, I'm sure it's somewhere else in this room.
Pushing a block.
Fixing a hole with a block.
Put things in holes.
Yep, it's only a very shallow hole, but it still counts.
Ba-da-da-da-ding.
Okay, well, here's the boat of Triforce.
Do you have to jump off the boat mid flow?
I think so. I think this probably just takes you to somewhere.
I mean, it looks like it's just going to move across this room,
Well,
right?
that's got to be a scarecrow void. I think we've finally found one.
Yeah, that looks.
Does
yeah.
anyone remember what the tune was? It's like... No, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. No, I mean that sounded pretty close. Buh, 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 buh. Oh,
I thought that was
it's
it.
really something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
No,
there you got it. Saved me from having to go back to our videos for some research.
Hooray. This is only going to be for a spider, but you know.
Worth it. Scarecrow Man.
And some health, I suppose, which I do kind of technically need.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. For some reason, those like what game was it where you got more health if you ran into like a spinning heart fast?
That was this game, right?
Was it?
Oh no, it's Mario 64.
It's Mario 64.
Similar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because every time I see those hearts as opposed to like the red blobby ones you get out of enemies, I think of that rather than
Right, because that was...
they look very
Yeah.
Mario 64, don't they? Might even be the same model.
Yeah,
Possibly.
exactly. Right. Let's just use this boat. For some reason. Why can't we just swim? It's probably bad. Or alternatively, the ledge is high up, which is more likely.
If there's something sinister in the water. Spoosh? Spoosh? Spoosh?
Very jiggly.
Oh god, that's horrid.
Ugh.
Ugh, I'm gonna feel so sick if I was riding that. Oh my god. Yep.
No. Have a quick
They're meant to
fight
be
while you're on this
like
boat.
water wheels or something.
A little ledge. And now we're in a Soul
what-
Calibur level.
Now I need to take these boots
What are they
off.
called? Like a paddle steamer type thing.
Yeah.
Murder on the Nile.
No, here's the other one.
Oh no, we actually got to kill both of them.
Yep.
Oh no.
Easy this time, right? Now that we know
Well,
what we're doing.
easier, yeah.
Can't
They
believe they
take
made
4
you,
hits? I think it's 4,
made you do
right?
this. Didn't you have to fight them both as a child in Jabba Jabba's belly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really hard.
We are at the other side. We could just leave, potentially.
Not quite there yet.
No.
No, it's not 4. Shit.
The ship is sinking. Abandon ship.
Well, okay then. Well, what?
Screw those guys.
No, well,
It's all-
that was very abrupt. I
gone.
literally turned around for a second and it was just
Disappeared.
gone.
You just get lost in the water, shouldn't you? Wouldn't it be a problem? You just go. "Spoosh."
Yeah, you'd think so. Oh, well, whatever that was, I think that was arrows.
This game's hardest challenge, breaking
I
pots.
was supposed to say, what if you put the Zora tunic on and like iron boots your way at the bottom of this canal? Is there anything down there, or do you just whoa, back to the start of the damn level?
Yeah, I'm imagining it's probably death water. Why is there this?
Or is it the thing off the top of the boat?
I guess I can hover boot across that, you reckon?
Oh, where are you off to?
Oh,
Quite far.
or
It's a scarecrow.
possibly Scarecrow.
Definitely Scarecrow.
Oh, God, I've already forgotten the song again.
Ooh.
That's right. I'm getting the 2 halves the wrong way around, so it's just repeat the one that I did the other one.
It's the higher one, then the lower start. Ba, 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 ba. Heart. More heart. Not enough heart. I mean... Oh,
Oh, crap.
that's a key door. So is that can't be the proper way across.
No. Presumably when I blow up all these plants, this is going to make a bridge. So presumably you could either
I see.
fire arrow it, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Or,
Using a bomb to blow up the bombs that you could have just used a bomb.
well, I assume you need to blow them all up. So
What about the bomb you were using to bomb them? The bomb flower. Ugh.
Okay, good. Bridge has been made.
Wow.
Okay, camera. Thanks.
That's a severe face plant in that statue.
Anything else over here that I should know about? Nothing on the map, so probably not.
Oh.
I guess I'll just try out the side then. How much more have we actually got to go? Because we could just stop this
We
episode,
could,
I guess.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, we should probably...
Because we've still got
Just got the
a little bit to do in the boss room. And we're running at about an hour 5.
Yep, it's about the right time.
Now's a good time to pause.
Okay then. So all these bird statues nut themselves into the floor, bearing that in mind, or anything else that we've discovered in this damn dungeon.
Yeah.
How are these credits making their way at the screen?
I just fade them in. Do a nice easy one.
Oh, really? Oh, what, like an Eye of Truth? Sort of like well, I suppose I've got that animation I used before, where I used my old Portal animation to fancy Eye of Truth. I can do that again. Whoa! There you go.
Plenty of Eye of Truthing in this dungeon, so I think it's appropriate.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us. The Eye of Truth has shone upon you, and it is that you are potentially awesome. No one said the Eye of Truth was good at absolutes.
It's a bit vague. It's like it shows potential. I can't tell you one way or the other.
I mean, that is the truth about most people, right? They are potentially something. They're not necessarily something.
But it's a positive message from the Eye of Truth.
Yes. There's a Twitter, a Facebook, and our fine website, where you will find podcasting of some order. I was about to say the highest order, but I'm not sure we're there. But it's a good order
From the highest order,
of a goodish order.
A good solid order.
I mean, what is the order that they are talking about when it's the finest order? Like, is that the order that starts from 1? Or
I think it's probably a group as in an order, not like...
Oh, that kind of order. Right. Join the order.
The salad.
The salad order. Thank you.
Over on happysalad.net.
Yeah. But there'll be more. There will be more. All right, bye.
Bye.